Hello there, everybody, and welcome to a rather different episode of what I'm normally used to doing. This is correct. You are seeing a viewer discretion video thing. That's not normally my standards, but we're playing Brutal Doom. Actually, this is pre-recorded. I've already done this. I did this run about a good 5 minutes ago. I just had to go to the bathroom afterwards doing so. But as you can see, we are running in Brutal Doom. Yes, this is actually a review of Brutal Doom, the very first chapter, Knee Deep in the Dead. And you better not say different. So, as you can see, Brutal Doom was released in 2012, this year, actually shortly before my 18th birthday. Kind of ironic, right? Anyways, it is a different, entire revamp of the game. And you can probably tell right there, Duke Nukem-inspired foot-kicking, ass-kicking action to the max. This is how Doom, I have a feeling, that John and Carmack and John Romero had envisioned the game to be. I am using mouse look, because mouse look is important in this mod. Because mouse look is how you actually get hitboxes. That's right. Normally in Doom, there's hitboxes, you know, but they're... I love that. That is like the most entertaining thing to do. It has no purpose in the game, but it's entertaining to me. So, yeah. I just think it's funny. Anyways, and as you can tell, you have hitboxes now on monsters. So, like, if you get a headshot, it does more damage. But there's actually a new thing to that. Monsters deal a lot more damage. They do more damage than normal, they're stronger than normal, and the AI has been tweaked to suit those standards. You'd be surprised how much trouble... You know, after watching this, normally if you see my Doom speedruns, you'll know I'm rather quick, I can take out monsters really quickly, but this, oh man, this is something different. This makes you have to require tactical patience, you have to do something correct, or it's not going to happen. You've got to actually plan your shots now that you have to reload. Reloading is different. That's right. Every, I believe, 8 shots from the shotgun you have to reload. Even though there's different weapons, like you saw that earlier, the rifle has been added as a replacement for the pistol, it has to be reloaded as well. I love watching the parts where I just try and flip the camera off. It's actually pretty funny. It takes a little bit of skill to do it correctly in this game, I've noticed, because every time I do it, something bad happens afterwards. But you can tell my accuracy is a lot more different, because normally in Doom I don't aim. Like, you know, I just kind of just generally shoot where I'm going to shoot and I hit something and it's dead. No, that is completely gone now. Actually, the shotgun does have a limitation now. Rather than the pellet being more of a sniper bullet, as it is in the original Doom engine, it actually has splash damage too, and spread radius. If you noticed a little second ago, I did shoot that wall. Shrapnel does come back and hit you if you hit a wall or something. Very interesting concept in my opinion. And it's just... I have a feeling this is how Doom... I don't really like modern shooters, of course, like that many of them. But it's kind of interesting to note that it's okay. I don't really have any big issues with it but one. There's one huge issue that makes this WOD, or mod, whatever you want to consider it. I consider it a WOD because it's not really... There's certain WODs, or custom maps if you will, that are compatible with Brutal Doom, but other than that I have no idea how to do it just yet. Other than that, it's basically a whole nother engine. Right here, getting the chain gun, you can see actually holding right click down increases your ability to, you know, shoot, just like in Team Fortress 2. And I just, you know, I don't care for it that much. I only use it a couple of times. Boom, headshot, and right here, another reason why it is called Brutal Doom, we will see in a moment. Generally speaking, I've noticed you get berserker packs from killing demons, the pink things. But that's really strange. So as you can see, its default is set into Smash, which is like the basic berserker pack. But Rip and Tear equals... Indeed! Gears of War style curb stomping glory. This actually is rather entertaining. You do have temporary invincibility while you're doing that, so it is kind of easily exploitable to like survive an attack, I can imagine, from like a cyber demon. But I don't like the camera angles. That's the only thing I don't like about it. But you can adjust that with your mouse. And if you have played Brutal Doom and you don't know how to do that, just tap F and you'll do the taunt. This is the level that really did cause me a lot of trouble. In general, this level does cause me a lot of trouble in Doom. But that is another reason why. Spectres normally are very easily seen because of the weird shadow effect, but nope, not in this engine. They are completely different. They have a lot harder to see camouflage. and I think they're actually completely invisible, all but their eyes. Now, I really was debating whether to just jump over there and end this level quickly, but I wanted to show you guys how frustrating it is. And as I said, the enemies are a lot more difficult. Their AI has been revamped, so now that they actually do somewhat smart things, such as moving out of your way, and actually, there's a couple new tactics you can see from imps, such as the act in Doom 3. They'll actually jump at you if you let them. Like I said, trying to taunt things just doesn't work very well sometimes for me. But as you can see right there, if you haven't noticed already, you do get a cruelty bonus. If you do kill an enemy while they're down, you know, that annoying noise you can probably hear kind of, you will get an increased 5 health. Kind of nifty, but I have no idea how it works. But the only way, by the way, to perform the special executions is to have a Berserker pack and have it set to Smash as default. But look at that, that was so close to being killed. As you can see, your screen starts to crack the more, I think it's under 39 health. As soon as you get to under 39 something health, your screen starts to crack really easily. And it makes it a whole lot harder. Shooting enemies up close results in, well, what you'd imagine, blood on your screen, making things harder to see, so accuracy is a little bit more important. There are now actually alternative buttons to some weapons, such as the plasma gun. I did actually experiment through the whole game, pretty much awesome. And Doom 2 as well has its own share. In Doom 2, because this can run in the iWAD for Doom 2, this double barrel shotgun actually can shoot one barrel at a time. Really nifty in my opinion if you want to conserve ammo. I actually think the double barrel shotgun has a lot cooler reload as well, although it's almost the exact, a little bit slower than the default. It's a little handy to have that quick rapid shot, and it does make you have to choose over which weapon you want to use most in Doom, as the rifle is not as just, you know, flimsy as the pistol is. Being able to actually deal out damage with, you know, the pistol weapon, kind of a big deal. And I don't know. I think the shotgun, just basically, just because I'm a Doom fan, shotgun is just the way to go anytime I play Doom. Any day. Any day. I actually kind of like the minigun in this one. I like the realism added. That's the only thing I enjoy. But anyways, if you couldn't tell as well, all the enemies have these revamped weapons, meaning, like I said, enemies being more stronger, having more health. That is indeed true. They do have more health. The other downside to them having stronger weapons is also the weapon pickups. You receive less ammo than normal. I think it's actually half the ammo than you normally would. Collecting a normal shotgun in Doom actually collects 4 ammo back from a shotgun. You know, if you kill, like, say that shotgunner right there, I get 4 ammo. Instead, I get 2. I'm not sure about the clips because I never really use the chain gun very often. I never really use the rifle at all. But generally speaking, ammo is nerfed now, so you actually have to be a little bit more tactical with your shots. As you can see there, normally I'd be rocking over 50 shot shells almost every time I play this game, or 100 if I have a backpack. But now, I'm almost down to 30. You can see that the severe nerf does make you have to play a little bit more safe, as well as the increased damage makes enemies a lot more challenging. And since, you know, Doom's auto-aim basically is disabled, you have to actually rely on cover a little bit more, which is pretty neat. And you can actually move those exploding barrels a little bit easier now. I kind of like that. So now to actually get down to my opinions about the WAD. Basically, I enjoy it. It's pretty fun. I have no issues with it, except one minor thing. Right here, I was spam clicking left click, hoping to actually eject a shell into a monster. Nope. Only getting myself in more trouble, trying to actually kill things, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be fixed, as this has been in development since 2010. Maybe it's an implemented purpose thing, you know, like, you shouldn't try and, you know, rapidly shoot a shell out while you're reloading. I've done it before. It's not really wise. It doesn't work very well. So, basically, that's my only complaint. The other only complaint I have is the nerf, but I understand, you know, nerfing your ammo, kind of a big deal, I guess, because in Doom, ammo is plenty. There's no denying that, except in Chapter 3. And I do enjoy the dismemberment, as awkward as that sounds. I do kind of enjoy being able to have hit markers on every enemy, because you can see a headshot on one of them is just insta-kill. And as you can see right there, kind of, that imp did leap on me, Doom 3 style. So, since this WAD has been in development since 2010, that means there's possibly more and more stuff in the game that's going to be eventually added. And by the way, I didn't know if you heard this by now, the secret sound is actually the Tomb Raider noise. And a lot of the ammo pickups and stuff are from Counter-Strike, Half-Life, as well as Quake, which is, I'm a pretty big fan of all those games, of course. And I don't know why, it seems like the night vision, which I'm wearing right now, why everything's green, it seems like the night vision has like a way longer duration. I don't know what it is. It just feels longer. I don't like the screen effect, which is why I don't like the invulnerability effect where your screen goes pale white. I don't like that. It hurts my eyes, especially sometimes since I play Doom at night in the dark, and it's hard to see as soon as your screen goes extremely white. But anyways, back to the WAD. If you didn't notice back there, I forgot to mention that you can actually pick up certain Doom Marines that follow you around. I'm not sure if their weapons are random, because I did play through once and that guy just had a rifle. That time he had an RPG. This does add a little bit difference to the game. I love those Spectres. I love that. That is the coolest, one of the coolest features. It actually makes you a little bit more paranoid and cautious about fighting them, because they deal massive damage. And if I didn't die in this playthrough, but if you do die by an enemy, you have a specific death animation akin to each enemy type and how you were executed. So say you got close to a Baron of Hell when you died, he would rip you in half. It's pretty awesome, actually. I'm not gonna lie. It adds a whole nother challenge to the game, as well as basically, you can hear that rocket launcher shooting in the back. It's kind of nerve-wracking. But basically, I think this is a very well-made modification to the game, and I hope that it, you know, gets. I had no idea it was out until a few days ago, and tonight I'm actually gonna do Black Mesa, you know, at that WAD. I don't know why I switched up to my rifle right here. It just seemed like a good idea to see some differentiation. And by the way, this mod is free. You just have to own a retail copy of Doom. You can get them off Steam. I will actually link this mod in the description for all of those of you wishing to download it. Because, I don't know, if you're not a modern gamer or you're a retro gamer looking at an old mod for a good game such as Doom, I really recommend this. Although I'm not a big fan of total conversions of Doom like this, I do appreciate the engine. The engine feels smoother, and if you didn't notice, by the way, I was running this in GZdoom for the enhanced lighting effects. I'm pretty sure it runs as well in ZDoom, but GZdoom has now become my chosen source port for now. I don't know why. Like I said, though, normally I'd just be using the shotgun right here for the strafing and getting, you know, the monsters to back up doing so, but it was too much of a hassle to reload, and I had to just, you know, had to get some beef in there. Couldn't do that alone. I know it's weird to have me commentating over a game I'm really good at, so, but like I said, this is not just Doom anymore. This is a more enhanced and actually a whole lot difficult, even on Hurt Me Plenty. It's still a rather difficult game because of the now increased monster damage and the reloading and everything about it. Not saying Doom was an easy game because it wasn't, you know, it didn't require you to reload at the time, it didn't do anything like that. No, Doom's still a challenging game in its own because it's so fast-paced, there's so much stuff that can happen. Just in general, it's a hard game. But when you put into account of modern things, it makes it even more challenging, which I appreciate, no problems with that. But I am just kind of still getting used to it. I don't really have, you know, proficient experience playing it, and I'm still finding out little new things here and there. But all the things are way better. The lighting looks better. It did improve the game, in my opinion, and I enjoy it. I don't know why I haven't found this mod earlier, strangely. But as you can see, there is also differences in the rocket launcher. You have to actually manually reload the rocket after a volley of rockets, which I am not too thrilled about. I love doing that. But it does not change Doom's feel. It makes it a lot more challenging. That's how I see it. It does not change Doom inherently. It just makes it a little bit more modernized. For some, you know, people, they like that. For me, I like my Doom vanilla, classic, and good, like my ice cream. But, of course, I like to showcase and do different things all the time. I've played hundreds of WADs, and this is a mod, I know that. But in my opinion, if you know how to actually convert this to make it run in WADs, I'd be very greatly appreciated. Maybe I just glanced past that in the freaking download, I don't know. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, but if you're enjoying it, I hope you are. And by the way, the enemies are larger. I don't know if anyone's really noticed this by now, but like Barons of Hell, Spider Demon, or Spider Mastermind, they're actually larger. The sprites have been increased in size, and they have larger health. Imagine that. It actually adds a little bit more difficulty to the game. It takes, I think, 8 rockets to kill a Baron of Hell normally. I think it takes like 10 or 12 now, I don't know exactly. Like I said, I'm still experimenting with this too, so it's pretty interesting for me to go through the game and try and actually... It's like playing Doom fresh again with a new engine. A lot more difficult, I'll add. And I know you guys are probably like, wow, this isn't very difficult looking. Unless you're like me and you've played Doom since like middle school. And you're used to like basically auto-aiming and shooting things and running at 1,000,000 miles per hour with no difficulty. This is a different change of pace, especially since the shotgun is, you know, basically required to reload. Normally, I'm not used to that, but it's still Doom as a whole, and it's still a really good modification. Credit to everyone who worked on this, by the way. Very good job. And I'm glad it was worked on in 2010 and released in 2012 because it shows the actual progression of time it took to make this thing. This bad boy is well worth it. I'm not even gonna lie. I do enjoy everything about this except for one thing, and as you heard already, it's just the reload thing. And I don't mind the difficulty. Difficulty is a good thing. I enjoy difficulty. Make it hard. That was really... I've been talking a lot, so my death metal voice thingy is not working as well as it should. But... pause. I don't know why I paused. Boom, headshot. There's no reason to pause there. I don't know why I paused. I had to belch. Anyways, and of course the last level of the WAD. If you have actually... if you've actually known, the shareware version of Doom was just the first chapter. So technically this is a sampler for all those of you wanting to actually try this mod out. It's free, as I said earlier, and it's got a well-supported thing. You can just look at the download and just get your newest versions. I do believe it requires a rather good system to run. My system's just fine, so I don't have to worry about it. I don't know why I did this right here. I don't know what I was thinking. But as you can see, the Barons are a lot larger. They shoot now, instead of one green bolt, they fire 3 at once. Similar to the things from Unloved, if you haven't seen that already. That's pretty interesting, and I think this is actually inspired by Unloved a little bit, because a lot of the things are like it. And as you can see, that is it. And I wanted to show everyone you could do this. That is indeed correct. I rocket jumped in Doom. If you didn't know you could do that, you've kind of always been able to. So, like always, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Look forward to more. I'll actually do Inferno and all the other chapters, so have a good day, and here is the credits. Enjoy.